Hello, this is Bill. Welcome back. In this video, I'll be focusing on the pen tool and how to modify paths. The pen tool creates more complex shapes by combining both straight and curved lines. Shapes created with the pen tool consist of paths, anchor points, and tangent handles, which you can modify with the subselection tool, which I'll be discussing here momentarily. But let me go ahead and start off just trying to create a little triangle. I can see I've got my stroke color set to black and my fill color set to yellow. I'm going to go ahead and press here once, come over here a ways, press again, press a third time, and as I come back to my starting point, notice a little circle appears on my cursor indicating I'm going to close that path. Well, if I wish to fill this, I can simply press on my paint bucket and fill that area. If I wanted to move this, I could use my selection tool, double click on it, and I'll drag that to the right or back to the left. If I wanted to make this into an ice cream cone, I can go ahead and press over here on the right, deselect that. And now I'm going to come back up here. Notice how my cursor is going to have that little arc underneath it, and that's going to allow me to drag this line and reposition that. Okay, notice I can even kind of distort that a little bit there. Okay, I'm going to let go, and I'm going to try and create an ice cream cone here. Well, that doesn't really look like an ice cream cone yet. Let me go ahead and insert a line here, and I'll just drag that on over. And a lot of ice cream cones are going to the ice cream is going to be one color, the cone's going to be another color, so let me go ahead and change my fill color, and I'll just go ahead and get a red here. And I'll use my paint bucket and fill the bottom half there. At this point, let me come back and use my pen tool, and I'll attempt to create a circle here, and I'll show you how you can use the subselection tool to modify that. So I'm going to go ahead and press once, come over here a ways, I'm going to press and hold and drag out an arc. I'm going to come down here, same thing, and over here on the left, drag out another arc. And like I saw with the triangle, when I come back here to my starting point, notice how a little circle appears indicating it's going to close the path there. Well, if I wish to fill this, again, I'll go ahead and use my paint bucket and fill that red. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and use my subselection tool. And let me go ahead and deselect that first of all. Here, I just pressed on the stage. And watch as my cursor comes in contact with that line. It changes to a black line, indicating that the line would be selected here. Okay, if I want, I can press on one of these anchor points, and I could make my kind of reposition or decrease the size of that circle, or increase the size of that. I can also grab on one of these tangent handles and apply numerous transformations to it. Notice how both the top and the bottom tangent are kind of going hand in hand. Okay, and let me go back to where it was. If I hold the Alt button down, I can independently move those. So now I'm just going to grab the top handle, drag that on down, and I'll grab the bottom handle and drag that on. And there we go. Like with the pencil tool, I can also change the stroke height and the stroke style. And to do that, I'm going to get my properties window visible. Yours is probably already visible. You can press Control F3 to do that, or come up here to Window. I'm going to go to Properties. I can see that is Control F3. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and hide my timeline, pressing this little icon here just so I got a little more room on my stage. And again, I'll go ahead and press on my pen tool. And let me go ahead and change this from 2 to 4. Maybe I'll even change the stroke color here. Find a shade of blue. And I'll go with some big dash lines here. And I'll create another triangle here. I'll just go ahead and press once, twice, 3 times, and come back to my starting location there. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and press on my selection tool and simply deselect that there. Well, this concludes this video. Hopefully now you know a little bit more about the pen tool and using the subselection tool to modify paths. Well, thank you a lot, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.